from all places, with all kinds of faces, together into a sailing ship. There were 40 boys and girls. They would sail their ship around the globe, so they called it the United World. The ship was just 3 weeks from shore when a hurricane bore it down. The waves were big as mountains. They felt they would surely drown. They jumped into the lifeboats, rowed away from the wreck. They didn't count them, they hadn't time. 5 children were left behind. The children fought the storm all night, then finally fell asleep. They didn't realize the ship had been blown across a reef into the lost islands. But hiding in the bushes was a watchful pair of eyes, and living in the valley were people lost in time, ruled over by a tyrant whose face was in a mask. The children must defeat him so they can escape at last from the lost islands. The lost islands.
What do you call these again?
Pancakes. Haven't you heard of them? It's an old English recipe.
Maybe. Yet I've never seen cakes like these before.
To be honest, neither have I.
Relax. We know what we're doing. My uncle's a real chef, you know. Anyway, haven't heard any complaints from our test group. Hey, go easy or there won't be any left for us. Relax. There's plenty. Come and get it! Jeremiah, just in time to join us for a bit of food poisoning.
Ain't no time for that. There'll be a boat coming.
Where? How big? We gotta build a fire.
Nay, you don't understand. It's not a rescue ship. It's a small boat with but one man on board, so they told me. His boat is caught in the current and is being pulled onto the rocks in Devil's Harbour. The Prime Minister and his guards are already on their way there, but she can get there first if you hurry.
Right. Oh, goodbye, Pancake. Tony, if we can get a line out to the boat, we can pull it in.
Aye, you might.
Tony, grab all that lightweight nylon rope from the forward locker. Right. Oh, and I'll bring my surfboard as well.
Who is it, Tony?
He's only a young bloke. Boy, he's sure glad to see me. Come on, the Prime Minister will be here soon. We gotta get out of here as quick as possible. Yeah, I wonder where he was.
Maybe they were held up.
No such luck, look. Okay, everybody, red alert! Let's go! Let's get that boat ashore!
Ich danke Ihnen, meine Freunde. Das war gefährlich.
Bist du Deutsch?
Natürlich bin ich Deutsch. Sie auch?
Ja, mein Name ist Stella.
And ask him if he speaks English.
Of course I speak English, my young friend. My name is Christian Döbler.
Look, there's no time to talk now. We have to get out of here.
No, wait. I must secure my boat.
Look, I'm sorry. We haven't got time to explain, but it's dangerous here.
The man is over. Who are these men? Why do they shoot at us?
Come on.
What are your guns for? Have at them, you fools! Dunderheads! Stalwarts blood! What think ye be? Nincompoops! You'll never catch them now! What have I done to deserve these?
This is the most amazing thing I've ever heard. 2 islands, isolated from the rest of the world, inhabited by people still living in the 18th century, and ruled over by a 200-year-old tyrant? No. It is fantastic. It is beyond belief.
That's what we thought. But you can take it from us. It's true. Jason's the living proof.
And all the time you've been living as fugitive from this man, this Q?
Yes.
And he knows if ever we escape from this place back to civilization, it'll be the end of his empire.
He'd be a truly evil man.
I see. Then obviously he will not wish for me to leave the island.
I'm afraid that's right.
You have not told us anything about yourself, Christian. How did you come to be alone in such a tiny boat?
When I was a boy, I dreamed always of voyaging alone across the Pacific. And yet I grew up to be nothing more adventurous than a humble teacher of history and languages.
You're a school teacher.
Oh, relax, my friends. I'm on leave of absence. I've always been fascinated by the Pacific and its people, the mystery of their origins, their remarkable navigational skill. So one day I decided I'd had enough of talking about it to bored schoolboys in drafty classrooms. I wanted to experience it for myself. I would embark upon the grand adventure. And that is what I did. Me and my little Zeedrache, which means sea dragon in English.
With the brass bands and photographers and everything when you left.
No. I would have been embarrassed by such a fuss. Besides, most people would say I was mad.
You were taking a heck of a risk.
Well, it all went very smoothly at first. I set out from Callao in South America and sailed west with the equatorial currents and the southeast trades. It was marvelous, exhilarating, more than I had ever imagined. And then a week ago, my radio blew up. And yesterday morning, I became aware that my compass was behaving erratically. And finally, today, I got caught in the currents, and here I am.
You mean you don't know our position?
I'm afraid not. I have no way of knowing how long my compass was faulty before I became aware of it.
It's these islands. There's a magnetic band around us that makes compasses go haywire.
Well, I suppose I must start thinking how to recover my boat. I owe my life to you all, and I can repay that by getting away from here and returning with a rescue party.
I think you should get some sleep. After we've finished eating, a couple of us will go down to the beach again and see if we can find out what happened to your sea dragon.
Ye have not yet said how 'twas the vessel escaped destruction.
'Twere a sudden gust of wind, O mighty Q, that carried the craft free of the current and onto the beach. As he foretold, there was but one man aboard, and he fled into the jungle before we could reach him.
He will scour the island at first light. I want him caught.
Aye, my lord. 'Twill be done.
These men who pursue you,
The Q and the Prime Minister.
Yeah. Have you tried to reason with them, reassure them you mean no harm?
It's no use. They won't listen to us.
I wonder. David, Tony, what did you find out?
What we expected. They've stripped the boat. They've taken everything. Yeah, probably back to the Q's cave, and there's no way we can get in there past the guards.
I see. That does make things difficult.
Difficult, yes, but not impossible. Tony and I were talking on the way back. We think we can get you off the island.
Oh?
Yeah, for the time being, there's nobody watching the boat. They probably figure that with the compass and sails gone, it's useless.
And isn't it?
We have a spare set of sails. They're no use to us because we can't get over the reef in the lagoon. It wouldn't be hard to trim one down to fit your boat. And we'd give you a compass, only a pocket one, because the Q stole our ship's compass. It'd work again fine after you got out of the island's magnetic field. We'll get you enough fresh fruit and water to fill your boat.
My friends, it almost seems as if you are anxious to be rid of me.
Nothing personal, Christian, but the sooner you can get back to civilization, the sooner you can send a search party out here to get us.
I think it is a very good scheme.
Great. Then tomorrow morning the girls will start on the sail, we'll start gathering fruit, and you should be off the island by tomorrow night.
Christian?
Yes, ma'am.
I was wondering, how much room is there on board your boat?
How do you mean?
Well, if, for instance, you were to consider taking some of us with you, how many would fit?
I could take one, perhaps two of you, but I will not.
Why not?
Because it is too